guys. Welcome to You the Boss podcast, episode 70. I'm your host, Pam. And today we're going to talk about 35 things I've learned. I've named this episode Death is Awkward for several reasons. My mom passed away on August 5th, and the amount of times that I've felt people being uncomfortable and people feeling awkward about it has, honestly, it's left me stunned. It's awkward to be one of the only people my age to have lost both of her parents. It's awkward to, I'm sure, be someone close to me and be part of this grieving process with me and not know what to do about it. But here it is. I am one of those people. I had initially intended for this episode to be aired the week of my birthday. I actually started thinking about this episode 2 to 3 months ago. And then all these things have happened since then. And it started to feel awkward. It started to feel awkward about my 35 years of life, about all the things that I have learned up until this point because of how much my mother's death has consumed my life, consumed my spirit, and consumed everything that is now a part of me. And that's exactly why I'm making this episode. Because the bravest thing that a griever can do is to live. So here we go. 35 things I've learned. Number 1, asking for help is not a weakness, it's a strength. Number 2, rest is not a bad word, it's productive. Being exhausted is not a badge of honor. Number 3, grief is yours to carry. It's not for you to make others comfortable with it. 4, stop caring about what others think or how they perceive you. No one's thinking about you, they're thinking about themselves. 5, stop trying to be productive of every single second of the day. When you die, you don't get a gold star because of how much you fit into one day. 6, do something for your future every day that you'll be thankful for. Maybe it's starting the laundry today instead of tomorrow morning, or having a salad a few times a week for lunch instead of just eating carbs all day. 7, stop reading or listening to podcasts to only learn something. Find a little joy, live a little. 8, have more fun whenever possible, whatever that means to you. Number 9, make it a point to take yourself out on a date twice a month. Whether that's going for a walk alone with no devices or to a local coffee place, do it. Your soul will thank you, especially if you're in a relationship with another person. Be kinder to the reflection in the mirror. That's number 10. If there's something you don't like, change it. But make sure that if you want to change something, it's because you actually want to and not because you care about how someone else sees you. 11, make peace with the fact that you've been through life-altering things and getting back to normal doesn't exist, i.e. the loss of a parent. 12, stop internalizing the world's problems. I could definitely go a mile a minute about this topic, about how we were never meant to consume everything happening at once in the world at our fingertips. So the best I can say is stop internalizing the world's problems. Do what you can where you can, yes. Otherwise, set it free. If we all do a small part, we can create the change. 13, slow and steady really does win the race. Rema lento, llega pronto. 14, stop managing other people so they can fit you. Manage yourself, and those that matter will fit. 15, choose friends that you can suffer with. People who aren't only there for the good. And 16, choose a partner you can suffer with. Sometimes someone you love is not someone you can suffer with, and you have to make that choice. 17, money is important, but it is not everything. 18. Focusing on what you can control won't always make a situation better, but it will get you through it. 19. Crying is a strength. 20. Being vulnerable isn't a weakness, but more of a strength to remind you that you can feel and still kick ass. 21. Celebrating life isn't always about money. It's dancing in the rain or buying yourself flowers. 22. No is a complete sentence, and you don't owe anyone an explanation. 23. Your body is not a project, it's your home. Treat it with respect, not punishment. Stop overworking out because you quote unquote were bad yesterday. 24. Not every battle deserves your energy. Choose your peace over being right. 25. You are allowed to outgrow people, places, and even versions of yourself. 26. A handful of friends is worth more than a room full of acquaintances. 27. Savings give you freedom, and debt takes it all away. 28. The earlier you invest in yourself, financially, emotionally, spiritually, the better the return. 29. If you don't ask, the answer is always no, especially when it comes to pay, promotions, and opportunities. 30. Love should feel safe, not anxious. Consistency is sexier than intensity. 31. You can forgive someone and still never let them back in your life. 32. Clear communication saves more relationships than guessing and assumptions ever will. 33. You don't need to know how to do everything, but you should know you can figure things out. 34. Your time and energy are your most valuable currencies. Spend them wisely. And 35. Happiness is not an all-time feeling. It's okay to feel the other feelings, always keeping in mind that none of them are permanent. I hope from this episode that you're able to take something away. I hope that you've listened to the 35 things and maybe one resonated to you, or maybe all of them resonated to you, or maybe you're just glad that I put out an episode. Maybe you're just glad to hear my voice on this platform. Maybe you were just listening because you wanted to know what was going on in my life. And maybe you can apply some of these to your own life. I know how difficult the world is right now, whether it's difficult in your home, outside your home, or on a world stage. I want to empathize with that, but I also want you to know that you don't need to internalize it for you to make a difference. If you're a mom right now of a small kid, I want you to know that your biggest resistance is raising your child to be the best person they can be. If you're not a mom, if you're a teacher of some kind, or you are a friend, a daughter, a sister, just a person in the world, I want you to know that your act of resistance is not letting the world make you hard. It's still seeing the cup half full instead of half empty, no matter the strife that you're dealing with. I want to dedicate this episode. Oof, this is hard. I want to dedicate this episode to my mom. I have struggled coming back on air because doing things post death is life altering. I hope that you know and feel that I will carry the badge of honor of being your daughter for the rest of my life. Thank you for listening. Come back again next week for another episode of You the Boss podcast.